You are aging on two entirely different timelines right now. One is measured by the calendar hanging on your wall, counting the trips you have made around the sun. The other is ticking away inside every single cell of your body, governed by your biological age. And for millions of people, that second clock is running way faster than it should be. For decades, we assumed that chronological aging was a one-way street. You were born, you grew up, you got older, and that was simply the end of the story. But modern molecular biology has completely rewritten that narrative. We now know that aging is not a fixed script. It is a dynamic, plastic biological process, and most importantly, it can be measured, tracked, and even reversed. To understand how we can turn back our biological clock, we first need to look at the master control panel of our cells, our genetics. Every single cell in your body carries the exact same blueprint, your DNA. Think of your DNA as a massive, multi-volume encyclopedia containing every recipe needed to build and run your entire body. If every cell has the exact same encyclopedia, why does a skin cell look and act completely differently from a brain cell? The answer lies in epigenetics. If your DNA is the text inside the encyclopedia, epigenetics is a system of sticky notes, bookmarks, and highlighters. It tells your cells which genes to read out loud and which ones to keep zipped shut. One of the most important mechanisms in this epigenetic control system is called DNA methylation. This is a chemical process where tiny molecular tags, known as methyl groups, attach themselves directly to your DNA strands. They do not change the underlying genetic code itself, but they act like volume knobs, turning specific gene expression either up or down. As we go through life, our environment, our diet, our stress levels, and our lifestyle choices constantly tweak these volume knobs. Over time, these methylation patterns become disorganized. Genes that keep our tissues youthful get turned off, while genes that promote inflammation and cellular decay get turned on. This chaotic drift in methylation patterns is what we call the epigenetic clock. Scientists realized that because these methylation patterns change in a remarkably predictable way as we age, we can actually read them like the rings of a tree. By mapping thousands of specific methylation sites across your genome, scientists can calculate your true biological age with astonishing accuracy. This brings us to the core question. If we can measure biological age by looking at these epigenetic markers, can we also change them? Can we reset the clock? The answer is a resounding yes. Because epigenetics is dynamic, the software of our cells can be updated. What gets messed up by poor lifestyle habits can be improved by targeted, science-based protocols. Before you can optimize your biological age, you need a precise baseline. You cannot manage what you do not measure. This is where the TruDiagnostic test comes in as the definitive solution to measuring biological age. TruDiagnostic provides comprehensive epigenetic testing that goes far beyond a simple guess, allowing you to accurately map your DNA methylation patterns. When you take the TruDiagnostic test, it analyzes your epigenetic data using cutting-edge mathematical models. Crucially, it tracks your rate of aging using the DunedinPACE algorithm. While traditional epigenetic clocks tell you your cumulative biological age up to this exact moment, DunedinPACE acts like a speedometer, measuring how fast you are aging right now. Think of it this way. Your traditional biological age score is the total distance your car has traveled on the odometer. The DunedinPACE algorithm is your current miles per gallon or your speed on the highway. If your DunedinPACE score shows that you are aging at a rate of 0.8 years per calendar year, you are successfully slowing down the biological clock. So, how do we actively shift these numbers in our favor? Once you have your baseline data from TruDiagnostic, you can implement specific lifestyle protocols designed to optimize DNA methylation. The first pillar is targeted nutritional optimization. Certain foods and compounds provide the exact chemical raw materials needed to maintain healthy methylation cycles in your cells. Methylation relies heavily on specific B vitamins, folate, choline, and amino acids found in abundance in dark leafy greens, pasture-raised eggs, and organ meats. Without these dietary cofactors, the cellular machinery responsible for maintaining youthful epigenetic patterns simply runs out of fuel, accelerating the aging process. The second major protocol for improving your epigenetic clock is hormetic stress through structured exercise and thermal therapy. Short bursts of controlled physical stress, such as high-intensity interval training or heavy resistance work, activate longevity pathways in your cells that clean up damaged epigenetic tags and restore youthful gene expression. Similarly, incorporating regular sauna use or cold plunges triggers heat shock proteins and cellular repair mechanisms. These mild stressors send a powerful survival signal to your genome, effectively forcing your cells to maintain optimal function and protect your DNA from premature degradation. The third and perhaps most critical component is deep, restorative sleep. During slow wave and REM sleep, your brain and body undergo massive restorative housekeeping. Chronic sleep deprivation scrambles epigenetic signaling, driving your biological age up rapidly. Protecting your circadian rhythm is non-negotiable if you want a clean epigenetic readout. When you combine precise testing like the TruDiagnostic platform with targeted nutrition, hormetic stress, and optimal sleep, you stop playing a passive role in your health. You transform aging from an inevitability into a metric that you can actively manage, monitor, and improve over time. To take the next step in optimizing your biological age and mastering your cellular health, watch our comprehensive breakdown of mitochondrial optimization and NAD+ protocols playing on your screen right now.